Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Thursday, July 24th, York City Historical Architectural Review Board. Call to order. Kunkel, present. Skian.
Here.
Zumbrum.
Present.
Schurmeyer. McLean Gross. Buffington. Gifford.
Present.
And O'Brien. Did everybody have a chance to review the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes. Yep. I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as submitted.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? If not, I call for a vote. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. We have no unfinished business. New business, 7 West Philadelphia Street. Want to describe what you're going to do?
Yes. Hi, I'm Steve from Royal Square, and we are planning to replace, there's some missing corbels. So we're making corbels. We actually have one to make a mold like what's there. So we're making new ones. There's like 6 or 7 missing. We're making a couple extras in case once we get up there to the lift, we realize there's a couple more that might need replaced while we're there.
When you say a mold, you mean like a sample? You're not pouring a...
Are you casting them?
Yeah.
Oh, out of what?
It's like a urethane product.
Huh.
Actually, here, I have a picture of one that we actually did, so that's what we actually have one of the, I guess someone had one that fell
Would you
off.
look at that?
So.
Why don't you give a class on doing that?
Goodness, yeah, to everyone in the city, please.
I'm getting a real good education myself.
I have never seen that before.
Almost looks like soapstone.
Yeah.
So it's made out of a cast smooth on.
Is it resin based?
Yeah.
Polymer.
Yeah, it's a 2-part product that you got to use. And I'm finding out a lot about it. The company's out of Allentown, so that's nice. You can actually talk to somebody and get a lot of information.
Paintable.
Excuse me?
Paintable.
Yep, it's all paintable. They actually give you can actually put different colors into it.
Into the mold.
Well, into the product as you mix it up. So that's what I chose based off a color chart. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's getting painted to match what's there anyway. So, okay.
Presumably will outlast the existing corbels on the building, you know?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And it's got like I forget the information's on there, but it's got a pretty good PSI and it's cured like 3,000, 3,500 or something.
And it's weather resistant.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely, it's a good product.
That's great.
So that's part of what we are doing. Some of the issue we believe that's causing those corbels to fall off is that ledge roof. That's what I call it. I don't know if that's the correct term. Above it, it's just a narrow, like 2 foot wide. That's started to deteriorate some of the rubber roofing there. So we're going to replace that with new EPN roofing and redo the roof drain. So
The water's getting in there and rotting it all out.
Yeah. And then the one spot where the one roof drain was causing some issues, there's like a section directly below that roof drain above a window. We're going to have to dig into that and do some wood repair there. But everything will be replaced, to match existing profiles. So that's the plan. That's really the extent of what we're doing for the most part.
Yeah, if you want to give your molds to Sunrise Soaps. Might be an idea. That's the first thing I thought. It does look like soapstone.
I make a motion, we accept the proposal as submitted. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Barring none, I call for a vote. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
And our next case for discussion only, 140 Roosevelt Avenue.
Hello, my name is Robin Morbaugh. I am the president and CEO of Community Progress Council. We are actually in the due diligence phase of potentially purchasing 140 Roosevelt Avenue. Community Progress Council currently operates a number of facilities in York City, and we are hoping to consolidate operations from 3 of our buildings into 1 location at 140 Roosevelt Avenue. For those of you who may not be familiar, Community Progress Council is a community action agency established to fight poverty. We've been in York County for 60 years, and our mission is to move people from poverty to financial self-sufficiency. Last year, we served about 14,000 people. We are York County's largest provider of services to low-income families with kids under the age of 5. And love to have you in September on the 25th. We're having our first self-sufficiency ceremony where we will recognize families that we have helped move to self-sufficiency. So our reason for wanting to consolidate operations, get that word out. Our reason for wanting to consolidate operations is because we want to be more user-friendly to the families we serve. We know that when you combine services and address multiple factors in a person's life that are causing them to struggle with financial self-sufficiencies, when you combine services and deliver them in combination, what we see is that people make progress faster, they move towards self-sufficiency. Lots and lots of nonprofits in York County address issues of poverty one issue at a time. So they might be a housing organization or a food distribution organization or many other kinds of services. At Community Progress Council, we have the ability to serve the person with a coach who helps them to move through all of the services, collaborates and coordinates those services with them. We have HUD certified housing counselors, 3 of them in our organization. One is a bilingual housing counselor. They deliver housing counseling, rental counseling, foreclosure mitigation, and budget counseling services, credit repair as well. We have early childhood education. We serve hundreds of children in our Head Start, early Head Start, pre-K programs. We deliver WIC, which is the supplemental nutrition program, serving approximately 9,000 adults and children annually with supplemental nutrition programs. And we also have, housing, WIC, coaching, and early childhood education. Obviously, if we don't deliver it, we will connect people to those services under one roof in York City.
Where exactly is 140?
It's the
It is the current Economic Alliance building.
it's the big old, it's the York Manufacturing Building.
It's
For
right
the old one.
across from Roosevelt Tavern where the road
Okay.
lies. There at that awkward stoplight.
Part of what's inside there.
Yes, yes.
Don't you live across the street, Dennis?
Well, not really.
No. I thought you lived close.
I'm right across the street from Buchard Horn.
Yes, that we're right in front of Buchard Horn is this building. So in reference to what Robin was saying, thank you, Robin, for explaining it very well there. the need for the integrated services is very crucial. And in doing so, even with purchasing this larger property, we're looking to build an addition on top. So in your packet today, what we have provided for you is a schematic floor plan that needs to be further developed in proceeding with this design, but it outlines the storage spaces, the mixed use with offices, educational facilities, and kitchen multi-purpose gathering rooms. And then, like I said, educational is on the second floor, and that would be the addition portion in the middle that I know HARB would be more focused on, just getting some insight and making sure it aligns with what you feel is fit for York City as a whole. And then on top of that second floor, we're proposing a rooftop playground area that I'll dive into deeper here as we work through the floor plans.
Okay, so when you say add on to, you're talking about elevating the height of the building.
Correct.
You're
So
gonna move up.
correct. So our intent here is to keep the existing facade and structure as is right now to maintain those profiles and nice trim lines that are already there. We would repoint and work on that existing brick to maintain its structure and integrity as it is today. And then our proposal for this addition portion is to provide structural support down through that existing structure and inset those facade lines approximately somewhere between 5 to 10 feet, so they're receded from that original brick facade, and go up for that additional square footage that we're looking to seek and add to the building for the classroom setting. And then an additional square footage would be set in for that fencing you see on the rendering that is enclosing the rooftop playground. So there's screening both for the safety and protection of the children, and then also just visually, we don't want to draw attention to that space from the perspective of grade. I'm Blair. Blair Lehman, yep. Feel free to ask any questions you may
Yeah.
have, or,
Bearing in mind that this is a preliminary discussion,
correct, yes.
I assume your plan is to come back at a later date.
With more
At which point in
details.
time, I would suggest that you have some pictures. That's a big complex, and there are a lot of postal addresses that refer to buildings that are not readily seen from either Roosevelt or Philadelphia. There's depth to the property.
Okay.
That makes sense to you?
Yeah, like more perspectives that we could share as far as the submission to you guys for sense of.
The facade is the
that would
second
be-
floor.
that would be
This is the
really
first
helpful.
floor, but the lot line.
There's a number of buildings.
Second. So there's a
There.
attempt to
I can't keep
articulate this addition as different than the historic.
Okay.
Now
This is
there,
about what I'm gonna
This
ask.
is, as you are looking at the intersection, looking north from Philadelphia, you're talking about the corner building, correct?
yeah, so what you're
It's the
seeing
prominent
here is
corner
the
building.
corner building inset from the parking lot. And then there's a one-story building in front of what is now Buchart Horn's office that you're seeing on the rendering to the left.
The Health Bureau.
Yes, that is, and that tenant is
Thanks.
part of the purchase and looking to kind of release if all goes well and that relationship maintains through the purchase of the property. So that would pretty much be no scope of work, just maintaining what's there. So what you're seeing is essentially from that red light, that perspective, looking straight on from the building. There is the side street, not listed, the name of the side street, do you know offhand?
Philadelphia, West Philadelphia Street, Roosevelt Avenue.
Yes.
N Street is to the south, and Hartley is to
Hartley.
the left. But the parcels we're talking about do not extend to Hartley. They stop at Buchart Horn's office.
Okay.
Correct.
Have you given any consideration to what the material for your addition will be?
Yes, right now we are thinking it would be a mix of aluminum glass storefront window system with architectural metal panels, the insulated metal panels with a nice smooth finish for it. Very contradicting to what is on the facade currently with the historic brick, so that way there's a pure contrast between the new addition and the existing, so we really bring that character that's already there and don't take away from that.
Well, that's a matter of perspective.
Correct. I would agree.
I can appreciate even at the schematic level what you guys are doing with the offset of the second floor addition and the facade. You're thinking about it, which is good. It's personal architect's opinion. I'm not crazy about the metal panel, but it does create a contrast. I think the metal panel is used quite often in a lot of modern construction, particularly with some new construction in New York City. The multicolored stripes and all that stuff. Not crazy about it, but if there is a way to explore, obviously early days, but if there is a way for you to explore color scheme that would be reflective of some industrial metals, maybe not just a silver, maybe into some of the warmer stuff, it might be worth a thought just to explore some of those things. And you guys are obviously professionals, so.
And as you mentioned here, there is an example of something similar that's been done downtown as well with the Resi flats. As you can see here, we have an image, and I have additional copies I can bring up as well. So there's those existing brick facades here, and then they recessed that new facade back with the more recent metal panel addition there.
The didn't have for.
Yeah, Murphy. I was at M&D when we did that. Which it even from the street, if you're down, because when I do the tours in front of Woolworths, you can't even see that that's there.
Right, I remember that application originally, the color scheme was going to be pretty brilliant.
It was pretty wild, yeah.
You always start with the furthest out there.
I think Blake's comments are where my comments would be too, that anything that does not attract too much attention to the addition and takes any attention away from the historic part of the structure is what we're looking for.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, I'm not sure how much that overall structure is really historic. Certainly the facade along Roosevelt Avenue
Yeah,
exists.
you can see up in the roof lines where it was built in phases almost outward toward the street running north-south on the plan, at least. Again, I'm forgetting what street that is. It might be Hartley.
Hartley's in back, Hartley's west.
What would be planned left?
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
Yeah, it's Roosevelt.
Oh, that's still Roosevelt. Ah, great. Yeah, it seems as if it was built in phases looking at the roof line out toward Roosevelt.
The original was built in phases.
But the more modern, the Roosevelt facing facade, I think, is the only real modern portion of the building, at least from what I can.
Well, it
can
was
tell.
because going back, some of you old timers will remember, back in the early 80s, there was a sub shop right there in the corner, across from cop camps. So a lot of that is new build.
Right.
Reflective of the original architecture. But those buildings, the York International buildings, had it originally extended right to the corner of Roosevelt and Philadelphia. They were all torn down. And then you had the sub shop in there, and then they built that in the late 90s, early 2000s. So it's more modern anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your feedback, knowing that this is an initial, we'll come back again as well. But overall, if I'm understanding correctly on behalf of our team, you appreciate the recess of the addition and the fencing for the playgrounds, and to look into different color schemes and potentially a different product, explore whenever it's come time, different technologies, and seeing what we can do with the facade.
Are you anticipating significant new lighting plans for security or anything else?
Nothing outside of the typical just safety wall pack purposes, maybe some new sconces, but we would keep within that historic nature on the original building and not draw attention to
I would
it.
assume you're gonna light the playground on the top though.
That would only be operational during daylight hours and in good weather. So we wouldn't need to, after hours, that facility up there is only used for the classroom setting. So they most likely would be out the door no later than 6 p.m.
Okay.
So there wouldn't be a need or desire to light up there.
How about signage? Are you anticipating any signage at this point or not?
We did not discuss that far, but I anticipate some directional signage and then a new just welcoming sign to indicate what the space is being used for, to, again, keeping with Robin's like inviting community feel. We want the community to know where the building is and what its purpose is. So
Presumably it'll say Community Progress Council
Yes,
somewhere on the building.
yes.
That makes sense.
yeah.
To everyone else's point, all that will need to come back in front of us.
Oh, absolutely understood. Thank you very much.
Do you have any other questions of us?
I don't. Do any of you?
I think and thank you for meeting with us here at this early stage. Our goal during this due diligence process is to really make sure you're okay with the overbuild, that second floor and playground. We know there's a lot of design and coordination we can do with you throughout, but at least during due diligence, we want to make sure that you're open to that second floor and that rooftop playground.
Yeah.
So we can proceed with purchase of the property and then developing more detailed architectural drawings.
Sir, what is your name? What is your
Joe, Eli, and
Joe?
yes.
Eli?
Just as a significant coincidence, in Burlington, Vermont, I saw a very similar project for a very similar organization with the rooftop playground, and it was really a well-functioning structure.
I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you know what it was called, the organization?
I don't recall if it was a community action agency, but it was a similarly purposed, Burlington, if nothing else, is rich in social service organizations, but it was a learning center for families and children, and then it had this elaborate, it was really well configured play structure on the top.
I all the space they currently take up.
Completely enclosed with netting, so there was no chance of climbing and falling out, and it was well done. It was attractive. It looked as if it was. It looked like it was intentional. Like that's the only way it could be is what the end
It looks as if
product
this
was.
is all part of the new program that they're putting in here. So I would
No,
think
it did
why
not have any
offices were in here right now. So I don't know where they're going.
So, yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you. We appreciate your time.
One other, just a clarification on the playground. That's a huge piece for us, for a security and safety standpoint. Also, Community Progress Council has invested a lot of money in playground equipment that is constant vandalism of. So it's always a challenge, but we're not talking about teenagers or even 10-year-olds playing basketball. It's kids that are fairly old enough to walk. So there will be playground equipment up there, but we need that. That's a requirement of the federal government and other jurisdictions. So we have to have playground space, and we felt that was the safest place to locate it. And when we're looking at the property lines and how that parcel is laid out.
Just out of curiosity, what are you gonna use as footing for the playground area?
So what we're looking at now is we'll have a brand new roof structure, and then on top of that we'll have a pedestal system, pavers, and then on top of the pavers will be like a rubberized product.
Rubber pellets?
Correct. But there will be some breathing space between that and the actual EPDM roof assembly.
And how are you picturing the fence? sitting up there? Just black bar, aluminum type stuff, or what are you thinking?
So we were thinking it was a pre-finished aluminum. I don't think it's black bar, we did talk about that, but like you said, everybody does that. We want something that's a little bit more playful.
Yeah.
And for the kids, because it's set back and we're still working with fence height, I think we're 8 to 10 foot fence height. I don't think it's gonna be too visible from the public way.
Okay.
But yeah, we are thinking of aluminum with color.
Okay. If depending on how whimsical you get with that, that might be up for discussion. So just a thought.
And now I'll put my land development hat on. What about the stormwater up there on top of that roof?
Yeah, so our thoughts are we're not increasing the roof area, so we're gonna use the existing roof drain locations that are under the concrete slab currently, and we'll be able to take it down into the system as it does now.
They'll have the capacity for all. I mean, I guess the surface area of the roof basically stays the same. So yeah, yeah, right, yeah, okay,
Your impervious surface is the same.
yeah, right. That's why we love adaptive reuse.
The people at 140 now, like York County Economic Alliance, et cetera, they stay?
No.
Oh, so they're moving
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
It
that
is-
eventually.
They're doing the research right now.
Okay. Well, I won't say anything.
Yeah.
I just,
Thank you.
You might not, but
they've been there a long time, right?
no.
Sure.
Well, that's
They used to
relative.
be downtown
Yeah.
Our one board
sure they're out
member
of town.
works there.
in the next.
Oh, okay. In the facility.
Cool. Out of curiosity, what are you guys doing with the old school on College?
Do you want to buy it? Well, we will sell it. I'm sorry, that sounded inappropriate.
No.
I was joking, but we will sell it.
Yeah.
We will not be able to afford to keep it. It would make an amazing affordable housing
Sure.
building. So
Yeah.
I hope that's what happens.
Yeah, those old schools convert relatively easy to apartments and all that, so it's cool.
Yeah, and the rooms are really big.
Mm-hmm.
So they, in my mind, I'm an architect now, so, in my mind, they would convert pretty readily to an apartment.
Gotcha. Yeah. There is no. This is not a application that is approved or anything
No.
along those lines. So
Not yet. No.
yeah.
We adjourned?
Yep, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Very much.
Appreciate the time, thank you.